Hello my crochet friends, this is Sarah from Ned and Mimi, and in this video we are going to crochet this gorgeous but super simple stitch pattern. So I have used this stitch to create this little washcloth, but honestly you could use the pattern for anything: blankets, scarves, hats, you name it. The pattern is absolutely perfect for beginners as it requires just your basic chains, single crochet and double crochet stitches. Now I do have a free crochet dishcloth pattern to accompany this video, and that is available on my website nedandmimi.com, and it is linked below. So in the written pattern I've also included instructions on how you can modify this stitch pattern to make it in any size that you like. Now, before I get started, I do want to tell you that the washcloth pictured here is actually part of a set of 3 coordinating patterns, and you can also find those linked below. So each pattern is completely unique, but together I do think they make a really lovely matching set. So in terms of the materials you will need, you really can use any yarn and a suitable hook depending on the project that you are making. But for my washcloth here, I have used a worsted weight cotton yarn and a 5mm or letter H crochet hook. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's begin with a slip knot, and for this stitch pattern we can chain any multiple of 2 plus 3, so I am going to chain 15. So we're going to begin this row by skipping the first 3 chains from the hook, so they're going to count as 1 double crochet, and we're going to start working into this 4th chain here. Now when I'm working into my starting chain, I actually like to flip it over and work into these back bumps here, so that's what I'm going to do. So remember, we're skipping 1, 2, 3 chains, and then we're starting into the back bump of this 4th chain, and we're going to work a double crochet in there. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into the back bump of that chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then just complete our double crochet as normal. Now our next stitch is going to be a double crochet into the exact same chain. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook back into that same chain and work another double crochet. Now we're going to skip the next chain, and then we're going to work 2 double crochets into this next one here. So again, going into that back bump. And we just need to keep repeating that pattern all the way along the chain. So we'll skip a chain and then do 2 double crochets in the next. So now we have just 1 chain left to work into, and I'm just going to double crochet into that last chain. And that is row 1 done. So let's go straight into row 2 now. Now you can work this stitch pattern in a solid colour, but I am actually going to do it in stripes. So I'm going to grab my new colour, and I am going to just yarn over and pull it through my loop. Then I'll get my first colour here, and I'm just going to tug very gently on that just to pull it down and get the yarn for colour 2 into the correct position. And now we can just go straight into row 2 with the second colour. So we'll chain 1 and turn. And I should mention actually that you can just leave your colour 1 attached here, because we're going to use that again later, so no need to cut it. Now for row 2, this is going to be a very easy row. We're just going to work the moss stitch pattern. So we're going to begin with a single crochet in the first stitch, then we're going to chain 1. Now I'm going to skip 2 double crochets, and then I'm going to go into this space here in between the next 2. So we're kind of skipping a pair and then going into the space between the next 2. So right in there with another single crochet, and we'll chain 1 again, skip this next pair, and then go right into this space with another single crochet. And we'll just keep repeating that pattern all the way to the end. Now at the end of the row we have a pair of double crochets, and then we have our chain 3, so you'll remember that counts as 1 double crochet. So to finish the row, all we need to do is go into this space here created by the chain 3 and finish off with a single crochet, and that is our second row done. So let's introduce a third colour now for row 2. So we'll just grab the new colour, yarn over and pull through, and then just pull on that colour 2 there, just to get the yarn into position to go on to row 3. So row 3 is also very easy. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and now I'm going to single crochet in the first stitch and single crochet in that chain 1 space created in row 2. Then I'll chain 1, skip the next single crochet and single crochet in the next space, and we'll just continue repeating that all the way along. So chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet in the chain 1 space. And now we're at the end of the row. We just have one more stitch to work, and we're just going to finish off with a single crochet here as well. Okay, so that is row 3 done. So we're going to keep our working yarn here to the back, and then we'll grab colour 1 here that we left hanging and just yarn over and pull it through, and then just give a little pull on our existing colour just to get the new colour into place. So we're just floating our first colour up the side of our work here, and we can just continue to do that for the rest of the pattern, so no need to cut our yarn in between colour changes. So let's go straight onto row 4 now. So we'll chain 1 and turn. We will single crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then single crochet in the chain 1 space, and then just continue to repeat that all the way along. Okay, so here at the end of the row we have 2 single crochets, so we're going to skip the second last one and then just single crochet into the last one. So now we're almost finished with our row repeat. So let's just do one more row, and again we're going to change colour, so we'll keep our working yarn to the back there and then yarn over our colour 2 that we left hanging here at the end of row 2 and just float it up and pull through, and now we're ready to go on to row 5. So row 5 is going to be a double crochet row, just as we did here for row 1. So we're going to chain 3 to start. So that chain 3 does count as a stitch. Then we'll turn our work, and now we're just going to do 2 double crochets into every chain space all the way along. And now at the end of the row, we just have 1 single crochet left here. So we're just going to finish off with a double crochet in that last stitch. And there we go. So that is row 5 done. So now that is everything you need to know to be able to work this stitch pattern. So basically for the rest of the pattern, we just need to repeat rows 2, 3, 4 and 5 for as long as we need to, and changing colour every row if you wish. And it doesn't actually matter which row you end on, so you can end on any row and it's going to look great. And here is my finished dishcloth, and you can also see that I have added a simple single crochet border all around the edge for a nice neat finishing touch. I really hope you have enjoyed learning this stitch pattern, and of course if you do have a second to like this video and subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. I have lots more crochet patterns and tutorials on my website nedandmimi.com, so do check those out. Happy crocheting and take care.